Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Weekly Words. I hope these last couple months have been as good as they can be for you. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, so I'm very thankful and grateful for you tuning back in. Like I mentioned earlier this year in June and July, 2020 has just definitely had its toll on me with just everything going on, all the uncertainty, Corona and the pandemic, social injustice, police brutality, political conversations, my development at work, my personal life, my family, just all these things mixed together. I found out that I needed a minute. I needed a minute to just get my life together, get myself together, figure out what I was feeling, what I was thinking, give myself time to process through that, to navigate through my emotions, my thoughts, all those kinds of things. And ultimately, I think I got that, but one of the things that God really revealed to me in this time of self-reflection is that there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something that could be better, something that's subpar, something that's negative, something that we need to improve upon, something that needs to change. And if I allow those things to stop me or hinder me from moving forward, I'm never going to move forward. So I took that as encouragement to say, hey, I might not have all the answers, I might not have all the encouragement, all the inspiration, but it is still important that I do what God has put me on this earth to do. And right now, part of that is tied to weekly words and encouragement and inspiration, so I'm going to do that. And again, thank you all for tuning in and listening. So with all that being said, I know that 2020 has been a year of uncertainty, a year of change, a year of hardship and trials, a year that we couldn't even predict. And I get that, and I know so many people are so excited for 2020 to be over and for 2020 to start. And while I think it's great for us to be excited for 2020, I would hate for us to also spite 2020. Because while 2020 might feel like a waste and feel like a bad year, I want to encourage everybody listening that God wastes nothing. No second, no minute, no day, no year. God uses everything. And even in those moments and situations where we feel like things are not good to us, God has the authority and the power to make it good for us in the long run. If I've learned anything about God, it's that He is the ultimate aligner in ensuring that every single thing has purpose in our lives and purpose in advancing His kingdom. So as we wrap up 2020, I want to encourage everybody listening to reflect back on 2020 and see which ways God has moved, even in the midst of people having loss of loved ones, having health issues, losing jobs, or maybe you're someone who got married or had a baby and had other good things happen, had promotion at work. So whether you're on the high-end spectrum of good or the other spectrum of bad or somewhere in between, I think it's still worth us taking a minute and just reflecting on the year and seeing what lessons we can learn, seeing how God is still moving and how God is still changing, and see what we can take with us into 2021. Again, I don't want to negate any of the bad things that's happened because those situations are very real. Those emotions that you feel and that are tied to it are very valid. And it's important that we sit in those and feel those and have our time of grief, our time of processing. I had mine, but I also want to encourage everybody to understand that it's not healthy to just sit in that, and that we have to trust in God to get us through it. So again, don't be excited for 2021 because it's the end of 2020. Don't be excited for 2021 in spite of 2020. Be excited for 2021 because God is calling us to bigger and better things, bigger dreams, bigger opportunities, better relationships. And I think if we can have that mindset, we will be in a healthier place. So I know for me, my word for this year was, or my phrase for this year was, and action. And while it didn't pan out the way I thought it was going to be, when I actually sit down and look at the different components of it's time to move, it's a process, and it's not just about me, I've seen God show up in multiple ways, and I've seen myself be able to have those self-reflecting moments as well. So again, I encourage you all to do the same. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, and remember that God wastes nothing. And while something might not be good to us, God has the power and the authority to make it good for us in the long run. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay faith-filled. I will see you back here in 2021 for a whole new year of Weekly Words and the Weekly Words Extended Podcast, where we give you words to live by.